August. Now, when you think of August, I think of bright colors, and I think orange speaks for itself, which is why I went with a total monochromatic arrangement. We have a variety of different things in here, in different shades of oranges and different textures of orange. We've got the French tulips from Holland, the Dutch tulips. We have orange carnations. Again, with the carnations, you can't go wrong when you use carnations. We have orange macara orchids. They're fantastic, absolutely beautiful. We've got orange tiger lilies, orange Gerbera daisies, fantastic orange roses, the orangey red hypericum berry, and all this just comes together perfectly to make this beautiful, beautiful arrangement. And it's really, really simple to make yet again. These all look really hard, I'm sure, but they're really, really easy. A little bit more foam here because I want to fill it out because this is a very full arrangement and we don't want any compromises in our foam. All right, now we can get started. I didn't really use any greens in this because the flowers speak for themselves. So I'm going to start with my rose. And I actually, with this one, started around here and worked my way up. Again, mainly because we're following the line of that container. And we're doing some groupings here. Groupings is when you put a whole bunch of flowers together and they sort of start to become one flower. Like if I was to take some carnations and I decide to group these together, nice little cluster here, that starts to look like one great big giant carnation, right? So we'll group these roses together. A red one of these would be really nice too. Reds are always a fantastic. Shades go together so nicely. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And why don't we try some carnations? Now I just fluff them open when they come in because they never come in perfectly open. And as you start to go up, we're going to start cutting them a little bit taller. Because again, I wanted to have sort of a big mound of flowers. And again, try to make it even so that your hands, when you run it across, touch all the flowers that you put in there. Okay, how about some tulips now? These are French tulips from Holland. And I tend to get the Holland tulips in over the local stuff. I like them better. All right, now tulips continue growing. You can see here, these were actually tucked in quite a bit when I made it, but they continue growing. So it's just a natural part of the arrangement, and I absolutely think that's the cat's pajamas, to be quite honest with you. If it bothers you, don't use tulips. Solves that problem. Or tuck the tulips in right down into the arrangement if you like, too. You can do that. It doesn't bother me. Crazy tulips, eh? And how about some beautiful hybrid lilies? Now the difference between a tiger lily and a hybrid lily is the tiger lilies have that black flecks in them, and the orange hybrid doesn't. Just get in there nicely. I like putting the buds in too because then the arrangement sort of is doing different things at different times. And these will get all orange and open. So when that one's done, they can pull it out and put the little bud in. And I know you're all dying for me to use them, but the macara orchids, I haven't forgotten about them. I just want to bring them and make them a little bit higher. That is beautiful. That color is just to die for. And it breaks my heart, but you have to take a couple off. Let's put them right there. As you can see, I'm building it a little bit taller as we go. You can save those little ones and maybe afterwards make yourself a nice corsage or boutonniere, whatever, to wear. Okay. And then you just start over. How about some carnations again? Because again, you can't go wrong. So as you can see, there's a lot of product that goes in here, but again, you don't have to get this giant honkin' bowl. You can get a small one and do the exact same thing on a smaller scale. All right, hypericum. We're going to take off the leaves because again, I don't really want too much greens. I'm going to leave. You can leave a couple on, but don't leave too much on. That's too big. It's not about the green this time, it's about the orange. And it's really important when you're doing design to watch your mechanics. If you are going to take the greens off, don't take it off and leave a big rip there. Like I just ripped the green and you're not going to put it in. It's not going to look pretty. So that's that. So why don't we go on and do maybe some more tulips, and we just keep going around the bowl. You're getting there. It takes time, but you know what? Things that are beautiful sometimes just takes time. I definitely want some roses right up top, just to make sure they get seen. And they're so fantastic. So as you can see, it's not a typical way of doing an arrangement because we are starting from the bottom and working your way up rather than starting from the center and working your way down. But there's nothing typical about this arrangement. That's good. Maybe some carnations up top. My big mangled pile here. And then once you get to the middle, you start to work your way back down the other side. Oh, it's looking so pretty. A few more hypericum berries. Got those greens. A few more of these beautiful lilies, and a few more Gerber daisies, and this thing is pretty much chock-a-block. And that means full. One of those English terms I picked up when I lived in England. I still say weird things from then. I'll use this guy. Okay, some Gerber daisies. That looks good. There's a couple more roses there actually. And some more tulips, and this thing is pretty much, oh, maybe some more carnations there too. I love carnations. I really don't understand what florists had against them to begin with. They are such a beautiful texture and they last forever. They come in every color you can think of. So I'm going to put them on this side. I had no carnations there, but carnations. A couple more tulips here. And this thing is pretty much good to go. I'll bring these tulips right in kind of in the middle there. It was getting hard to get my little hand in there, and I got tiny, tiny little hands, so it's a good sign. All right, so this is pretty much a done deal. Used up all that product and you look at it and think, oh, there's no way, but look at that. That is done. So it's just that easy. Follow the line of the container that you're using and you'll just not be able to go wrong. All right, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.